So in our last episode, now keep in mind these are editing elements, and these elements pre-exist because we installed way back when we went to install demos, and this is the classic demo that we installed it inside Avada theme framework. All right, now let's understand a few things before we go into this checklist thing. These elements are set up any way you choose. I can basically get rid of the element, decrease its width, I can increase its width. So if I click here, then I can just keep decreasing. If I click there, then I can keep increasing. So based on its size, you're going to get different pieces of information. So if I was to delete this altogether, so let's actually intentionally or unintentionally screw this up. So let's say you clicked here and you got rid of that, and then you went, wait a second, I now want to click here and make this wider. Okay, now it's full width. All right, now you realize, wait a second, I didn't mean to get rid of that. So again, little production technique, I can click right here, go out of the page, except that didn't work. Did it work? Yes, it did. Okay, so there's my information because it didn't save the changes. Okay, now here's what I want to share with you. Let's go down into this checklist, and checklist is basically just a widget. Okay, if I click right here, again, that's going to clone or duplicate. This is going to trash, and this is going to edit. So let's edit, and again, let's go back here and see what we're talking about. So for a checklist, I have all these different icons. There's tons and tons and tons of icons that I can use for my checklist. Okay, and if I come down here, here's checklist item 1, checklist item 2. So checklist item 1, information. So let's just, because we can, just to share with you, I'm going to pick this icon and I'm going to save that. Then I'm going to come down here to edit to, let's go back into there again rather. Didn't have to go out of there. Let's go to 3. Let's change that to a heart. Let's close that. Let's go to 5. Let's change that to a arrow. Let's close 5, and based on these choices, let's make a new item. And let's click this, and let's make that a martini glass. And let's come down here and say drinks are on me. And save it. Now, obviously, if you want to move that, you can move it from here. And you can do all kinds of HTML tags in here as well. I'm going to save those changes. So therefore, if I come up here to update the changes and refresh my page, you will see the different icons that we put in here with the martini. Okay, so again, this is not brain surgery, but I just want to share with you how you can change existing things, and more importantly, not to be intimidated by this interface, because a lot of people look at this and go, what is this? Well, this is a divider. Okay, so if I come back out here, you'll see that I have these little spacer dividers. Here's a line across divider, here's a double divider. Okay, so if I click on that, then I can make that a single border, solid border, any kind of shadow, drop shadow, etc., etc. So here's what I want to share with you. So it's less overwhelming. Once you get into a dialog box, don't be intimidated. So as an example, what do I mean by that? Well, right now, this is your world. Nothing else matters. Nothing outside of this box matters right now. So it's nothing to be intimidated and overwhelmed by. Now, if this is in Portuguese, even I would be intimidated because I don't speak no Portuguese. I know I didn't speak proper English there. I got that from Seinfeld. There was an episode with George, with Elaine, where she goes, I don't speak no Portuguese. Anyway, so I was just having fun there. So you can change the color of the separator. So just because we can, let's go ahead and make that red. And let's save the change. Let's select an icon for the separator. Let's put a camera there again, just because we can. Circle icon. Yes. Save the changes. Circle color. Let's actually change the circle color. Red goes with yellow. Let's make the circle color yellow just because we can. And you have something just like that. So now, if I come down here and update those changes and refresh my page, boom. Now, again, here's something very important I want to share with you. I cannot tell you how valuable, incredibly valuable, that little duplicate posting does, because this way you don't have to drive yourself nuts with going back and forth. You can have version 1, version 2, version 3. Now, if you want to call something that makes sense physically, like you're probably not going to have in public, this is not going to be in public, called About Me version 2. Well, where the heck is About Me version 1? So when it comes time to doing a live site, I probably would not have that in there. So just kind of, understand, don't take a lot of this stuff literally. So let's go back into here and let's scroll down here and see what else we can discover. So as an example, here's our counter circle. So if I hit that, that gives it different options for the circle. Now what's really cool about the Avada theme is once you start understanding how it thinks, notice that this interface looks very similar to the checklist interface. You can add more or less checklists to your interface and your circle counter. In the next video, I will go more into depth in understanding the counter circle, as opposed to circle counter, as opposed to counterpoint, as opposed to lunch counter. Talk to you soon.